Hey y'all, it's Megan. Thanks for stopping on over to another video. Despite this killer Christmas onesie that I got at a thrift store last year, I have not been feeling the Christmas spirit this year. One, because the year went by too fast. It does not feel like it should be December. It feels like it's like March at the latest. And then two, the latter half of the year has been kicking me a whole lot. It's been a bad time, which I think is real rude because I love feeling jolly. I may be a Halloween girly through and through all year round, but I love feeling me some Christmas spirit. So I just don't like how unjolly this year has felt. So this holiday season, I went on a little adventure of watching approximately a zillion scary movies to see which one made me feel the most exhilarated, whether that be from nostalgia or like jump scares or just overall terrifying, petrifyingness of a movie, to see which movies would make me feel the most ready to fake the Christmas spirit and just like take on some Christmas shenanigans. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I just want something to make me feel something this holiday season, right? And what better than some scary movies, you know? So join me while we discuss what horror movies made me feel something this holiday season. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 rather than revealing it 3, 2, 1. Because this first movie, I have to talk about it because no one ever knows what movie I'm talking about whenever I speak of my favorite movie in existence, which is Stephen King's Rose Red. 10 out of 10, amazing movie. And it could just be like partially nostalgia talking, but I don't care. I had to include it in this like binge watch that I was doing because I knew it would make me feel something, and something it did. So Rose Red is very briefly, about a college professor who is also like a paranormal investigator, and she gets like a whole gang of psychics and people with different abilities to come into this really freaking old house called Rose Red, they say it's been dormant for the last few years, but this house is just like full of all kinds of ghosts and like psychic energy and just like bad times, right? And her dumb ass thinks it would be a grand old idea to bring all these super sensitive people into this house to awaken it, and shenanigans ensues. It's an awful idea. I don't know why she thinks it'd be a good idea. I mean, I'm sure it's for like money and fame. Not worth it. Not worth it. It has a star-studded cast, including our queen of Halloween Town, Marnie. It has Bones from Bones. It has Rose from 2.5 Men, the mom from Last Man Standing, this guy that I have seen in a lot of things, and I can't even name one now that I'm thinking about it, but I've seen his face in so many things. He's in it. And then we have Julian Sands, rest in peace, who is also in it, an amazing actor, and we miss him. We also get early 2000s spooks, a killer haunted house story, some bisexuality, and some fun campy vibes. And it's literally my favorite movie in existence. I adore this movie. So technically it came out in 2002 as a mini-series. I don't care. I've only ever known it as a movie, so it gets this #1 spot in this movies category, okay? Because it's a movie. It's like 4 hours long. I have it right here. It's a 2 DVD movie, but it's a movie. And let me tell you, up until a few years ago, it was impossible to find this movie. Okay, impossible. It had never been streaming anywhere ever in its whole life since 2002 when it came out, and the DVDs itself were like, they were a limited release, and they it was like 40 or 50 bucks to get the DVD. And who's gonna pay that? Not me, not broke old college student me. So for my birthday one year, my dad 3 years ago, my dad got this movie because he's the best and he's wonderful and he knows how much I love Rose Red. And then wouldn't you know it, like less than a year later, it was on Hulu. Hulu was like, oh, have you seen this wonderful Halloween movie? We're gonna, whatever they're like, 30 days of spookiness or whatever the frick Hulu calls their Halloween timeness, or whatever Hulu calls their Halloween like movie category. But they were like, new on Hulu, Stephen King's Rose Red, and they released it as the mini-series, and I was so mad. Because my dad, you know what, no, I'm glad I have it on digital because no one can take, or I'm glad I have it on DVD because no one can take this away from me. But I was a little salty. I was like, it took this long for y'all to put it on streaming, and it had to be after my dad bought this for me for probably a pretty penny. Rude. Listen, it's cheesy, it has some uninformed, outdated tropes, but it is probably my favorite movie in existence. Has some genuinely scary moments that still startle me even though I've seen it probably like 30 times. And 10 out of 10 gets me in the holiday spirit. I love this movie and I highly recommend it to anyone who's not seen it. And even if you have seen it and you're not feeling very Christmassy, watch some Rose Red. You'll feel ready to take on the world. So the second movie on this list, listen guys, it's Krampus. I had no intention of putting an actual Christmas movie on this list. But guys, honestly, Krampus had no business of being as scary as it was. It freaked me the fuck out, okay? I loved it, but I didn't love it. So the general synopsis is this boy and his family, they're all fighting over the holidays. They've lost like all of their Christmas spirit, and it unleashes this Christmas demon dude. His name is Krampus, right? And he enjoys in his pastime to just kill unfestive families, which I don't think is very nice, but that's what he enjoys doing. So what am I to say that's wrong? But the whole family like bands together to try to stop this demon and his creepy little minions. It's kind of a silly movie, but it is pretty damn scary in like quite a few parts. And it has Adam Scott, who he could ruin my life. I would let Adam Scott ruin my life so happily. So I felt all the emotions during this movie, and by the end I was like genuinely freaked out because I was just talking about how I have no Christmas spirit this year and how like Grinch-ish I've been feeling. So by the end, I was yelling like, I actually do have Christmas spirit. I'm so sorry. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Because like, I was watching it in my living room and I have like a fireplace right there, and all I could imagine it was just Krampus coming down and just like slaughtering me. And I, you know, I'm kind of a little bitch when it comes to scary movies. Like, I get scared really easily, but I haven't felt like this genuinely like actually worried in a while. And it you know, it takes a lot for a horror movie to make me like genuinely worried for my safety. So, you know what, Krampus? You deserve this second spot. Even though you're a Christmas horror movie and I thought, oh, there's no way a Christmas horror movie would actually be scary. It's probably all like satire and stupid. It wasn't, and I apologize for ever thinking that, Krampus. And I haven't seen the second one, and there's a second one, but it didn't have Adam Scott in it, so I didn't care. But also, like, genuinely good watch. I highly recommend. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 of the spookiness factor, and 9 out of 10, no, you know what, 12 out of 10 made me feel something this Christmas time. Okay, and again, you know, you're combining the like Christmas time movie with the horror spooky shenanigans movie, and it's a grand old time. Highly recommend. 12 out of 10. And for our third spot, I had a very tough time choosing between The new one, not the old one. The Conjuring or Insidious. Ultimately, I went with The Conjuring because it brought me the most spooky joy. Insidious was awesome and it traumatized me as a child and then again as an adult with the new one. But The Conjuring scared me, made me happy, had ghosts, and had a hint of nostalgia for me. So ultimately, it made the list because this is my list and I highly recommend The Conjuring to everyone. Like a lot of people have seen it, most people have seen it, but I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it and you're into ghosts. I love ghosts and I love The Conjuring, and anytime anyone ever asks me what my favorite movie is, it's going to be Rose Red and it's going to be The Conjuring. Oh, and then it's also going to be Halloween Town and it's also going to be High School Musical. It really depends on what day you ask me, but those are usually the four that come up in conversation. And I'm specifically talking about the first Conjuring. The second Conjuring was really good. We're going to pretend the third movie doesn't exist. And I haven't seen the fourth one. I was going to watch it during this little spooky marathon, but I didn't have the opportunity to. I'm so sorry. But basically, The Conjuring is about a family that moves into a haunted house that they don't know is haunted. It's a really spooky, scary movie. And it's haunted and has some, like, demon activity, right? And Ed and Lorraine Warren, the real life, Lorraine's a psychic medium and Ed is a demonologist. But they come in and they try to, like, undemon the house, right? They try to save the family from this demonic presence. And again, shenanigans ensues. It's a great movie. I don't know how to describe it better than that, even though that was a really shitty description of this movie. I've seen so many times and for some reason can't come up with a better synopsis than that. But again, I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I have a whole video on the real Ed and Lorraine Warren coming soon because Ed was kind of a creep in real life, and also because Matt Rife relatively recently bought the Warren Museum, which has all those haunted artifacts. So this movie and really all Ed and Lorraine Warren's cases have been on my mind heavy recently, and rewatching The Conjuring, I just remembered how freaking good it was and how many wonderful jump scares there. Oh, this movie had so many good jump scares, you guys, and I loved it and I highly recommend it. And watching it again, even though it's another one I've seen probably 15 times, it like genuinely spooked me out. And I was like, every time I looked over, every time I like heard something, I'd look over my shoulder and I think I'd see a little ghost in my house. And like, again, I love it whenever a horror movie just kind of makes me fear for my safety a little bit, you know, and in like a ghosty way, not like in a murdery way, you know? So it's a good time. A 10 out of 10, recommend The Conjuring, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for making me feel some like holiday spirit, you know, for making me a little terrified and just making me feel something, which is all we ask for on this list. And honorable mentions, because they are TV shows and not movies, but we do have Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor, both of which have wonderful queerness, amazing acting, great and devastating stories, some scary, spooky, ghostly encounters, and so many hidden ghosts, it's not even funny. And they're two of my favorite shows in existence. 10 out of 10 will make you feel something during this holiday time. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Again, just amazing shows. Like, two of the best shows ever made, dare I say. And I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of TV, and dare I say, they are two of the best shows ever made. And again, ghosts. Who can pass up some ghosts? So if you're wanting to feel something this holiday season, if you're feeling kind of like a Grinch and you don't want the Krampus to come and get you, you can watch these scary movies and those two TV shows that are on this list, and they will make you feel exhilarated enough into like tricking yourself into feeling like you got some Christmas spirit going on. And you'll be ready to take on the world because you'll just be so happy that these ghosts and that Krampus are not after you, and it'll just make everything this holiday season just splendid, just perfectly splendid. That was a Bly Manor reference. I hope you enjoyed that. But guys, that's it. I wanted to keep this list relatively short and sweet because I know I tend to ramble. I don't know if you know this about me. I know I keep it under wraps. It's really hard to tell that I just love to talk and I love to ramble. But I wanted to keep it pretty short and sweet. And I want to know what spooky movies you guys are watching this Christmas time, or just, you know what, you can throw in your actual favorite holiday movies down in the comments too. If you'd like, you can throw in some actual holiday movies. They don't have to be scary, but if they're scary holiday movies that you think I would enjoy, you can also put those down in the comments. And you know, if you're feeling a little extra jolly, you feel like you're in the giving spirit, feel free to leave a like down there, hit the subscribe button. And again, I just really enjoy talking to you guys in the comments. So anything you want to leave down there for me, feel free. And I appreciate you for sticking it out to the end of this video. I will talk to you again soon. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Bye.